Today we explore the most insane Revenant climb spots you need to know on Apex Legends Kings Canyon. Now, all these spots we're covering today are kind of like rat spots, but not really. It's places to get rotations, high ground, or just moving from one place to another better, going around teams, around choke points. Again, outside quality treatment. A lot of these light posts are around the map. Little cheese to get up onto, but once you can, it's a good troll. Definitely wipe some people out like this. Another spot going south, right outside of Relic on the east. Nice little box. It's not too much of a climb. Most people can get up there, but it's nice and notable. Now, all across the map, there are these little banner things. You've seen them. You can get on them, but you can't stay up there too long. This is outside of Relic on the walls surrounding it on the east side, and you can go over. It does prompt you. You can't stay up top, but there are little spots like this where you just take a look here. People will just go right past you like this. And no one has any idea. That's the kind of stuff we're doing today here, boys. This is what we're doing. This is it. Anyways, this is inside Relic. You can just go over these walls. There's some big doors, but you don't actually have to worry about them too much. You can't stay on top, but you can still go right over. Don't have to worry about getting pinched. This is also inside Relic, right outside the top of the skull. You can get on top of here, but not all the way up. It will push you off. Zipline, you can go onto the skull here. Climbing up is also an option. You don't need to go to zipline. There's a few of these little cylinder things around the skull that you can also get onto. Here's another one. They're in stacks of 2 pretty much everywhere. Only Rev can get up here unless you do some weird shit. And then here's the walls on the other side of Relic that you can also just climb over. Again, at the top, you can't do anything. This spot outside of Relic is a very large pinch point. Don't get stuck there. This is at Market. It's pretty simple. A lot of trees around the map. This is very notable. You can just hide in them. This is crazy. Some legends can get up here, but it's really easy for Big Rev because, well, he's Big Rev. But if you can do that on a tree, basically no one can see you. This is just kind of around the map. This is north of Market. Again, large spots you can just kind of get up on here. This is Gauntlet. Some of these light posts are a little cheesy to get onto, but it's kind of hard. This is also in Gauntlet, obviously, because the big green. All these like buildings are just straight. You can climb them. Even this one over here, which is a lot taller, but you can't actually go up all the way. But it's still a good vantage point. This is like most spots on the map. If you can climb up to it, it's either you can just stand up there, or it'll tell you to leave. This is a spot in between Runoff and Bunker, the big tower. Usually a lot of snipers up here. You don't have to go up the ramp at all. You can go to the very top with just Big Rev climbs. You absolutely love to see it. Next, in between Bunker and Airbase, there's a town. South of this town, there's this big tower that's in between, like, pretty much the entire wall. There's a jump tower right next to it. You can climb up pretty much the entire thing. The very top you can get to. But you got a pretty good vantage point from up here from, like, a lot of the action. That town is always pretty much just people getting trolled there and fighting. Big hot drops, like, all the time. It's pretty crazy. You'll never see me go there. This is very just south of Bunker. Pinch point right here. You can go up on top. A lot of times the storm will do this thing you see where you have to go around, so it's a good vantage point to catch people coming in from the storm. This is at Airbase. Now, the entire Airbase, you can kind of just go up vertically. Most legends have to somehow traverse and go to some other spot. Rev can just go right up. And it's actually very hype because you control a lot of people very easily who are trying to snipe up here just by running and shooting them in the back. It's very good. I do it a lot. You should definitely try it sometime. This is another spot on the north side of Airbase. It's a little bit of rotation. Instead of having to go up the ramp to the left, you can go that way. This is also just next to that spot I was just talking about at Airbase. It's just like in the mountain. A lot of the things are just in the mountain I'm showing. They're just kind of there. You can just sit there. It's kind of like a rat spot, but not really. If you go up too far, you just can't climb anymore. This is in Runoff, which a lot of this you can get up here normally, but some of this you have to just do some weird shit to get up here. This very top part, you actually can't get up all the way. It does push you off, but it's a very good vantage point. And I actually won a game here one time. It was legendary. Also, you can just climb up pretty much anywhere as long as there's no ledges pointing over. Also, this is like a little antenna you can get up on. The antennas are good cheese because people don't expect it, like, at all, ever. Because who the hell? Why is there going to be a big rev on the antenna? No, it's not happening. This spot you can jump into instead of having to go up. Also, you can climb sideways. Look at this crud, dude. A lot of times you can do this instead of, like, having to go vertically. You can go around sideways. This is a very good one in between Pit and Runoff. There are these little, like, pillars of the bones sticking out. You can't go on the bones all the way. It will just tell you to leave. But at the bottom where the bone meets the stone, it sounds weird. You can sit there, and it's actually not too much. This is the only bone right here that you can sit on. I also think I won a game from here one time. It was pretty hype. No one knows you're there. This is the north of the pit. And if you're rotating from spotted like a crash site, instead of taking the zip line, you can climb right up. A lot of people sit there sometimes trying to camp. Also, these signs all like around the map all the time, every time. You can go up them. It will push you off, but there's no timer. So it kind of just was like some force field or something, but you can troll a little bit if you need to hide. This is the epic thumbnail. This is Watchtower North. You can climb up it. You can chill on the side. Now, you might have to jump to get a little higher. If you kind of strafe too much left and right, you won't make it up all the way like right here. But if you jump, you don't always have to jump, but you can make it up. So it's very good. People are always there trolling containment, sniping down. So that's a very good flank. Would definitely use it. This is also a good meme outside of containment. Before going up that hill, these things you can jump on sometimes are there. This is going from that hill across containment that it has like a zip line. You can just go up this wall. People are chilling there, usually from rotations. You can see on the map. I don't need to explain it that much. This is River Center, which is just down the river in the center. It's in the name. You can go up the side of the mountain. It's right outside of Bunker Boys Bunker Party. And pretty much you can just chill here and not get trolled in the river because people are shooting down. This is like in the very middle of the map. A lot of these tunnels that go from like the cage to containment, there's just these like bones and you can just like stand on them. I've never seen anyone stand on them, so I was like, damn, you can actually do that. That's kind of crazy. This is still north of Market, but going south on the main river. This one is at Spotted Lake. This one is going up the side of like the dam here. Not many people usually go here, so I haven't had to use this one. But it's very good because if most people fall down on there, they can't get up. Also, this tower is very large, and I did not think I could climb up this thing. This is the middle of Spotted Lake. Like, it's the largest thing in Spotted Lake. You can see everything from here. This was actually crazy. I didn't think I could actually climb up here. This is very hype. I like this a lot. I'm still talking about it. This is in Crash Site, Epic Gamer Crash Site. There's just like this box on like the very west side that you can stand on. Good vantage point. Also, these poles, you can either just jump or climb up to get from the bottom. Usually you have to take like a zip line or like walk up a ramp, so it's like a pinch point. This is a big flank if there's an epic hot drop at Crash Site, which sometimes there is. Also, you can just climb up the elevator shaft on like the inside or the outside like here, instead of taking the zip line because people can hear you. Also, this is like a parkour meme. If you got a lot of teams at Crash Site who go middle, left, and right, you can parkour across and over instead of having to run through like the middle, which is also a pinch point. Or if you want to do some big hiding, this is at like the left side of Crash Site or just wherever they got these like little antenna things. You can just sit on top of them. Sitting on top of the antennas is always an epic meme and you should do it. This is also a Crash Site. There's this like little dome thing on the south side going down towards the ramp, but you can get up here with a jump pretty easy. This is coming from the east going up to like the main ship part. Also, climbing sideways is crazy. You should definitely do it more often. I like it a lot. This is in artillery. You have to take a zip line to get to this like kind of middle section. I guess it's in between the two buildings. There's like two zip lines going towards it. You can just climb up. Also, this is the big wall of our artillery going south. This one is a very good climb because if there's a storm there, people just chill on that and snipe. This is like a pole, just another antenna south of artillery. You should, it's pretty good. There's some trees around here that you can hide in. This is the hill going up from containment to like capacitor. This is a hot drop sometimes. You don't have to like run up the sides or take the zip line, so climbing is big epic. Also at the very top there's more of these things which are just great to chill on top of. I like these a lot. Very easy. You don't have to like do anything complicated sideways diagonal climbs. This is the cage. This is like a very notable one. Is the cage a very notable big climb spot because the cage is a hot drop many times, but also these zip lines is pretty much the only way to traverse this thing if you're not big rev. So also you can just sit here, which is pretty legendary, and the shadows, which is great. I love it. But you can just climb up pretty much any part of the cage because it's just vertical, which is great. Just kind of watch out for the ledges. But other than that, you can kind of just do this. This is in Repulsor / Hydro Dam. They all have like these similar walls that go all the way around. You can pretty much just troll the absolute credit at people in Repulsor and Hydro Dam because you can climb up these things and no one else can. It's not even close. It takes Valkyrie like 20 years to do that. This is like Watchtower. Oh, sorry. This is Verdant Crossing. It's like the similar building as Watchtower North. You can go up the side. It's pretty much the same exact structure. This is in Hydro Dam. A lot of these walls, well, it's a dam. You can climb up them. Other people can't. It's a great sneak around. This is a bridge going from Hydro Dam to Repulsor. You can chill on the side except for like right here, and then it tells you to leave. I don't understand what that does, but if you want to get on the bridge again without having to go around, I guess you can just do this, is what I did here. Nice little hide spot. I kind of like that. If you fall down in between, you can climb back up which is great. I love it. There's not really any ledges stopping you, so you can kind of just go wherever you want. But they're tall enough, so you have to go pretty much just straight up. This is inside Repulsor, which is kind of crazy. There's this giant structure. I didn't think I could get up to this top part, but you just can. I have never been up here before. You find something to do. Every big Rev, Strats, Apex, Rev, record you do. This one is pretty good. This spot you can't, but this green part of Repulsor, and there's a few other spots on the map that have this that you can go up, which is pretty damn high. You can go up to this middle section here, which is epic, because some people are still able to get up on that gray section. But this top section here, it does kind of try to push you off, but there's no timer. But you can still sit up there. Outside of Sci Labs, there's another phone speaker thing here right next to the respawn beacon if you want to troll some people. This is in Hydro Dam again. This is more of a hide spot and less of a rotation. People don't really sit here. But you can just get up on these pipes pretty easily. And I have done some memes. I have done some trolling from here. Now they are a little slippery because it's like a pipe, I guess. They had to really make it true physics. Again, Hydro Dam, this is like the main part of where you fall off to the right, going east towards like swamps. You can just climb up it. That's great. Had some circle rotations there once before. Again, this is like in Hydro Dam Repulsor ledge kind of area. You can just chill up on it. This is another Repulsor Hydro Dam. East of Crash Site here, so technically Crash Site. This one ledge you can't get up on, but there's another one a little bit further east in the corner that you can for some reason, which I'm not really sure why, but it's like the same height thing. This is in Artillery. You can go up onto the top of buildings pretty easily. You don't have to really worry about it. This is south of Artillery. Nice telephone pole. There's a lot of circles here that pull sometimes. And here's some dem bones that you can get up on a little bit, but too much, and then it'll tell you to leave. But it doesn't push you off, so it's not bad for evading. And then this is also in Crash Site again. Some more of these bins that are pretty good, but I've not really had to use it. It's only like an end circle thing if you get a circle that pulls the Crash Site. There's some more rocks inside of Crash Site too, which are similar, a little bit higher, which are probably better. You get a better vantage point. Here's another bin inside Crash Site. I feel like I just showed this one. Oh, this is part going over to another ledge, which is nice because you can do that, and I don't think anyone else other than maybe Valkyrie can get up there. Another ledge east of Crash Site, kind of rotating clockwise towards Artillery. And this is in Artillery, which is a very good vantage point because you can run around like 360. You can't go in the middle. I don't know why I tried that there, but you can kind of just keep going around, and it's a pretty good vantage point. This one is in Capacitor. Now, a lot of these like wires that are running out of Capacitor, if you can get up on them, you can pretty much just go wherever except like over the wall of Capacitor, which I'm going to show here. But they extend pretty far out onto the map, like into other places on like the northeast side. So you can kind of just take them, and they're pretty high off the ground, which is a little bit troll. And you can kind of just scam people up there. It's pretty nice. Also, if you can't climb, they're pretty low enough to jump, but other people can't climb them. You can't do sideways beam because it's like a ledge. But yeah, they kind of just go for everywhere, which is nice. This is also Capacitor, climbing up to that one city at the little top. It's a little small town. There's a zip line. You don't need to take the zip line. You can climb up. It's super. It's a similar Capacitor beam, but technically it's in Hydro Dam. It's these similar structures. You can climb up this. I did this once before. It's pretty high up. I have done a little bit of trolling from here, I'm not gonna lie, but also this thing I'm standing on right here, there's no ledges, so you can just go and climb up this section. This is along the middle river. There's a lot of these sections where the zip line is going up, and it has this like wood scaffolding, which is like just not one flat surface. It's like the actual, each piece of wood have texture and whatnot, so you can kind of just climb and chill, and that's pretty hype because, well, you can't really get spotted. This is on the northeast side of the map towards the rig. You can climb on this wall. This is pretty damn good because you can kind of just run around the sides. A little bit more Capacitor memes right there, which you can go up on. But be careful because like that wall, if you go over, it's just you're dead. So yeah, no one is picking you up, especially because this is a pretty like far side of the map. Also is that basin, which is like north of the rig, northeast or northwest of the rig. Another one is green structure I was talking about earlier. You can go up on the lower top section, but the higher top section, it kind of pushes you off. You can't stand up there. I don't really get it, but there's no timer, so it's not a bad meme. A lot of these structures around the map or the houses, you don't have to go up the zip line or the house. You can just go right up, which is pretty good. Those are like all over the map. This is just another place that's swampland. There's a few end circles. If you get an end circle in swampland, definitely post up there. Also, you can jump from there to the top of Hydro Dam, and that's going to be pretty much it. I'm getting shot at, but no one cares. Again, here's some more buildings. Like there's like the 2-3 story ones where it's like one off the ground and you can do whatever.